Good afternoon, Colin here with Techout, and today we're going to be talking about One UI 7 Beta 1, and it's actually just broken that One UI 7 Beta 2 could be releasing quite shortly. It is Monday evening right now, and we are getting word that it may actually come out tomorrow on the 10th, or possibly Thursday on the 12th. So that being said, I wanted to do a quick video here of just some of the things that I would like to see changed in One UI 7. Just from my initial impressions of using it over the past few days. I did install it on my Galaxy S24 Ultra the morning of the release here in the US, and I've been using it as my daily driver ever since. And I want to get the first, few common questions out of the way. The stability has been pretty good for me. I really haven't had any issues. There's a few quirks here and there that are, obviously bugs, but I wouldn't call them major because they don't really affect the usability of the device. They don't really inconvenience me or cause me to have to restart my phone or anything like that. And the first one is the editing page for the lock screen. Sometimes when you go to edit it, we'll see if it does it now. It didn't do it now. I think it may only happen on some clock styles, but sometimes when you go to edit the page, the clock is up above the screen, so you can't tap on it to edit it. You just back out and come back in, and it usually works. But that really hasn't been too much of an issue for me because that's obviously not something you're going to be changing, constantly. It's only happened to me about 2 or 3 times, and that was mainly when I was playing around with the phone when it first came out on Thursday. So other than that, that is fine. Battery life has actually been really, really good for a beta, and not just for a beta, but if this was a stable build, I would still consider it really good battery life. It gets me through a day quite comfortably. I usually only have to charge, once a day. I might plug it in from time to time in the evening and give it a little bit of a charge just to get me to the rest of the, through the rest of the day. But that is with pretty heavy social media usage, internet usage, some videos, stuff like that. So quite comfortable on the battery life. I feel like for the average person, using your phone just an average amount throughout the day, gonna get you through just fine. That being said, the performance, I will do a video on this because somebody did ask me about the animations between One UI 7 and the Pixel, and they are 2 different types of animations in my opinion. The Pixel kind of just opens up from the middle, whereas on One UI 7 you can see it kind of opens in from the app and closes to the app, where where the Pixel closes to the app, but it kind of just the app kind of comes in from the middle. I think the Pixel animations are a faster animation speed. I don't mean this in the way that this is laggy or slow. I just feel like they have different animation speeds overall. So I will be doing a comparison of that between the Pixel, the iPhone, and the S24 Ultra on One UI 7, Android 16, and iOS probably 18.2 when I make the video. So then the next thing, the few things I want changed are some just UI elements, mostly related to charging actually. One of them is, let me see if I can get it in here, the charging icon. You can see here when I plug it in that we get the little charging thing and it turns green, but once that goes away and it goes back, this does not really indicate that it's charging other than the little lightning bolt in there, which you can see right there. Or if you have the percentage turned on, the lightning bolt is slid over to the left a little, and the lightning bolt is quite a bit smaller. I wish this would stay green when it was charging. And the second thing is when you plug it in when the phone is asleep. You can see down here on the bottom, if you watch, you get almost like a now bar style bar. But it goes away, and then you just have the super fast charging text, and then that goes away, and you just have the percentage and the time until full. And then same thing on the lock screen. You get the bar, you get super fast charging, and then that goes away, and then the super fast charging text also goes away, and you just get the percentage. I wish that the bar would be an option in the now bar settings, because you can enable and disable stuff for the now bar. If you go down here to your lock screen in AOD, you can go to the now bar and you can go to live notifications, and you can toggle what you want to see in live notifications. So I do wish that they would put an option for, like charging status or something like that in here, and you could just have that as a now bar, as a live notification the entire time your phone is plugged in. That way you can just glance over at it and see, 1, you have a bigger percentage in the now bar, and 2, you actually have the color coded bar that is a visual representation of the charge level. Whereas if you just have it, plugged in, say your phone is sitting on your nightstand or something, you can see that 19% and you can see that visual representation there. But this, you can't see that from any kind of distance. You're going to have to actually look at your phone to see the percentage and the time till full in that little space, rather than just looking at the bar. So I wish they would do that. Another thing that some people are confused about when I said this, but I wish you could do modes and routines in the quick toggles, which you can add a feature for modes and routines, I believe, but you can't tie like individual like routines. Like I have these custom ones set up for, let's see, if we go to modes and routines here, I have these routines set up to one, mute my phone, and that's done by a double press of the power button. And for some reason it does that where it goes back to opening the camera, and I have to go in here and reset this up. I'm not too sure why it's doing that, because it's not tied to the camera, it is tied to mute. But we can see here if I double press the up button, that turns on extra brightness, and then if I double tap the down button, that turns off extra brightness. I wish you could put that in a quick toggle to where you could enable those routines that way, because I do have those set up. But like I said, I don't know why it is doing that. If I delete this, and then I go in here and I go down to button action, side button, double press, and then we add the action of sound and volume, media volume, phone speaker 0%, and save, and we'll just call it mute. So now if I do it, you see the volume's up a little bit. If I double tap, it mutes the volume like it's supposed to. I don't know why it does the camera sometimes, but that's happened a couple times too. That's just, I think, another bug with modes and routines, because it shouldn't be changing back to the camera mode like that. But that is a couple things that I just wish you could do here in One UI 7. Like I said, mainly just some UI element changes and stuff like that. But the bugs, the stability, and the performance, in my opinion, hopefully that stays the same throughout the beta process and it's released as stable, just as it is now, because I really think it's running pretty good here on the S24 Ultra. So that's One UI 7, and I will be doing an update video and probably live stream when we get beta 2, so we'll install that and check it out and see what's changed. I'm Colin with Techout. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and as always, have a great day.